I want you to imagine that it's not 1,053% humidity out here right now and I can actually breathe. It is so humid. We're supposed to get hit with a huge storm. Anyway, point of the video. Imagine this, if you will, if you have that imagination, that you are all of a sudden, you wake up and you are in the middle of zombie world. Now, I'm not talking about a zombie world, you know, like we see now with people staring at the phones, can't do anything without staring at the phones. Oh, and another thing. I'm taking you all who don't have fall, who don't have seasons where you live, through this scenic area. I just wanted to take you, special losers, on a trip. I guess the joke's on me though, because there's not that many leaves changing just yet, but it'll get there. I'll take you on that journey. Anyway, I want you to imagine that you wake up and for whatever reason, everybody around you is gone. Everybody. From your parents or whoever you live with, your wife, your husband. And there's other people on the planet, and those who are in charge, you know, they've already escaped to their base in Colorado at a famous airport or whatever hidden in plain sight place that they are at. And it's just a few survivors. Maybe this is Spooktober, I don't know. Anyway, this is Ryan over High Carb Regenerator. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to check the seller sizer link down below, affiliate link, go check it out. This has absolutely nothing to do with diet at all, but I just wanted to kind of get back to that minimalism. Now, I'm not talking about, you know, where you will have nothing and you will be happy. I'm talking about you have what you need and you don't have things that are dragging you down or possessing you in any kind of manner. Stuff that, I don't know, like shirts and you know, whatever, pants or whatever, but you don't have excess of everything. You don't have, you know, too much stuff around dragging you down. Stuff that kind of starts owning you, not kind of, it owns you. Man, these squirrels. This is kind of scenic, right? What the hell is going on here? See this guy over here blowing the, I don't know if you can see that. I came to this part because I thought it was going to be peaceful. I lied to myself. It's humid and there's people blowing leaves. Not blow jobs, blow leaves around here. It's chasing me with this van. Anyway, back to it. What would you do? You know, if you even know where I'm going with this. What would you do? What would your first reaction be? Would you freak out? Would you go to the nearest Rolls-Royce dealer and drive that car? You know, let me know down in the comment section. What would you do? What would you eat? How would you live? Would you care about having thousands of pairs of yoga pants or Spanx or whatever they call them these days? What would you do? I think part of this is when Sandy left, I got rid of a lot of stuff. You know, I told everybody, I said I wanted my place to get to the point where if somebody did break in, they would wonder if anybody even lived there. Now, I don't know why I live like this or why this asshole is following me with a blower, ruining my audio, pissing me off. Look at this guy. The culprit. Where's he going with this? Who rides around in a blower? I came to this park because I thought it was going to be nice and quiet, so I could talk to myself into a camera and then you could watch it. But that is not the case. I mean, what would you do? What would you do in this scenario? What, you know, would you freak out? You know, I think you would find out if you made it, if you didn't have you know, like a heart attack or something like that, I think you would find out what actually mattered in your life. All right, give me a second. This is ridiculous.
Birds are flying up above. We both need a little love. Hiding in me.
All right, so now that I'm not being interrupted anymore, I wanted to talk about this. You know, and it's no secret that one of my favorite things on the planet is the female hindquarters, rump, the peach. No secret. The internet knows it just as well as I do because of these things called cookies. So my favorite food group is tattletaling on me about my favorite thing to, you know, object. You know, like women aren't objects, though. I don't know how to phrase it, but it just, you know, digging a hole here, digging a hole. Nice trees. Get mine out of the gutter. Anyway. So I get ads for whatever reason for leggings all the time on Instagram. And I click on it. I have to. By nature, I'm forced. Got to check the quality. And I see in the comments, oh, I'm obsessed with these, or I need these so bad, or I need these in my life. And I'm thinking, bro, lady, if the ass doesn't look good, now, these leggings aren't going to do anything for you. You got to do something about that. Buying 35 pairs of these things is not going to help you. Vice versa, you know, men with, I don't know, maybe like me in the video games, you got to buy more, or you got to buy more of this, you know, cars or whatever, or you got to gamble more or whatever it is. But is it really making you happy? Does this stuff really make you happy? People think it does, but then the stuff that you just had to have, I don't know, like 2 months ago, you probably don't even remember that you got it. You know, you probably don't even remember that you have it. So how much did you really need it? You know, you got to think about this kind of thing. Was it really worth it? Or would it be more worth it to have experiences, or just kind of have a life where you focused on yourself and those around you other than stuff? Because I see people, you know, when I pick up a DoorDash, everybody, everywhere I go, staring at the phone, zombie, staring at the phone. I don't even have mine on me right now, but they're staring at the phone. I was going to do it too, but I don't even have it on me because I don't like having that tracking device. You know, they're obsessed with staring at this phone, but what are you getting out of it? You know, what is it doing for you? Everybody thinks that it's instant gratification. I would think it would be better to not buy 32 cars, or, you know, so many clothes. I mean, so much clothes. Look at this view. Look at this. This is quite a view. Do ASMR back here. Oh. It doesn't get much better than that. I think it's only 1,051% humidity back here, so it's getting a little better to kind of breathe. You know, this obsession with always having to please, and I guess the point of this video is, however many minutes in, would you really be worried about pleasing everybody else? Because most people buy these clothes so they can have people have an opinion about them, about having this stuff. I know I went through it. I used to spend about $1,200 a month on clothes when I was in high school, and this is back in the 90s. Because I'm old. I'm decrepit. I can barely walk anymore. Because I thought this would give me a status, you know? One time I had this girl come up to me. I know I've told this story, and I'm not going to tell the whole story or anything but the story. I had this girl come up to me, and she's like, didn't you like wear that shirt like 2 weeks ago? I'm like, what? She's like, I know you wore that like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, you ever talk to me again, I'm gonna slap your boyfriend. And he was looking at me, she was looking at me, and they never talked to me again. But it was ridiculous. But that kind of got me on this thing of, I mean, I had a new pair. I barely even wore the same pair of shoes once. You know, and I stockpiled them, and I did sell them on eBay, and they made me quite a bit of money because they were all Jordans. But that's beside the point. It wasn't really needed. Happiness comes from within. I find that the people who are most unhappy are the people who have the most stuff, because they're looking for something that's outside of their existing body. And the body itself isn't going to make you happy either. It's all in who you are. That which doesn't change is who you are. This body changes. This garage is going to die. You're not going to be in it for forever. So the only thing you can take with you is what you learn. This video is going in a different path than I thought it was going to, but I was just told to start recording, and I did. And that's just about listening to yourself. I guess he didn't come blow these leaves. I'm gonna have to change the camera angle on this. It's not the most flattering view. But the point of the video is, if that actually happened, what would matter most to you? Or like the movie Leap Year, if there was a fire in your house, what would be the thing that you went for to save? Like back in the day when my cat was alive, that would be it. That would be all that I would go to save. I really don't care about the rest of it. It's gonna be replaced. It's just stuff. You know, if we really want to go crazy, because it's October, Spooktober, right? If you watch them ghost shows, and I'm sure some of them are legit, and I've seen some crazy stuff in my life, like crazy. They find these people who are stuck in these locations, and I think it's because these people were obsessed with what was in it, what it is, what it was to them, and they can't leave. They can't let it go. They can't move on. Wow, that's a nice view.
It's a beautiful day at the beach. I was losing my mind for about a week until I could call you home. I'll meet you at the waterline. Birds are flying.
I guess the point of the story is, before you go buying your next object, not butts, to please you, really think, like, is this really helping me in any manner? Is this doing me any good? I mean, if it's your only pair, maybe that's a different story. But if it's not, you're obsessed with this stuff, what is the reason behind it? You know, people think that I have this food cravings or I eat all the time, and it's not the case. I mean, Sandy bakes all the time. She's always got ice cream. It's all vegan in the house. I don't touch any of it. I just don't attach myself to this stuff. I don't like caffeine. I don't like chocolate. I mean, I don't turn it down once in a while, but I'm not obsessed with it. I try to cut all obsessions, all attachments whatsoever. I mean, I've sold majority of the stuff that I had in my childhood because I don't want to have attachments like that. So think about this. Live that scenario in your head. What would be the most important to you? And maybe go from there. Because I see a lot of people just miserable, just all the time. How do you like that? How's the hair looking? Ooh, wow. Special. Man, is it humid. Whew. I wonder what the percent is. It's over 1,000, I'm sure. You know, you don't have to let me know down in the comment section. Maybe people like to keep it private, but maybe you can answer this. Do you have cravings for food? Because I just don't have that. I just don't have that. I've seen people have that. I don't know that I ever have. Maybe that's also a problem too, because I do have issues sometimes even getting myself to eat, almost every day actually. But I say minimize, and not to a point that you feel like you're living in a prison, but people are so obsessed with, I mean, I watch this HGTV stuff. I'm shocked at how many people just have to have a closet that's like the size of my first floor. Why? I think I was talking about this the last time I was at this park. All right, hopefully you can hear me all right. But the last thing that I wanted to say for this video, probably, is that the more material stuff you have, the more you're gonna just be distracted. You know, the more you check Instagram, the more you do all this social media stuff, the more you don't actually listen to yourself, the more distracted you are, the less you actually get done. Sun. This is actually the sunrise, not the sunset. I've completely changed my sleeping habits. I think it's working out for the better. I haven't noticed, actually my digestion's worse for some reason, but you know, back to the point of the video, the more material stuff you have, the more distracted you are. The more you check out social media, the more distracted you are. There's like 1,000 people. I don't know if you can see that over here. I didn't realize that this was going to be 5K when I came here, but here we are. They're distracting me. Or is it a polar bear plunge? No, it's a lake's not cold enough yet. How do you like the riffles? It is pretty cold here though. But back to the point of the video, man, I get distracted myself. And that's why I make these videos. It's like, the more distracted you are, the more you're not going to actually fulfill the reason you came here. Now, I know a lot of people don't believe in reincarnation and all that kind of stuff, and that's fine. But I believe everybody came here for some reason. And if you're constantly just, you know, distracted by your 30 pairs of, or, you know, buying new stuff and getting new stuff and expediting shipping so you have it right now, the more you just are not paying attention to who you are. You know, there was a philosopher who said that the person who can't sit alone with themselves in a room for a while is always going to be missing out, or something like that. I'm not very good at paying attention to that stuff, but it's true. It really is true. Look at this view. Earlier the clouds were out so you couldn't see the sun. So hopefully you can actually hear me. I got this new lav mic, stepping up the game. Yeah, so that's it in a nutshell. You probably can't even see me now. But just, you know, enjoy yourself and really think, what am I here for? You're not here to like line people's pockets with money, you know, buying more and more stuff. That just doesn't make any sense. So really sit down and think, why am I here? Anyway, back to the video.
Yeah, I'm still living deep in my head. And sometimes I feel my heart is dead. Baby, tonight, late in bed, get all love instead. Yes, I know we're not.
All right, I think that's it. I think I've talked enough. I know people like my walking and talking videos. It's probably my best way of getting out there and enjoying the nature. Because I tell you what, since I did my 30-day walking thing, I did have to let the foot heal. But the digestion was so much better for the most part when I was walking daily. Even though I walk all the time for like DoorDash and go get things, and whatnot. Just that consistent walking. See, here's another thing for me. There's another topic. Like when I have a video game I'm really into, or even like when I'm working on editing a video or something along those lines, a lot of times I won't leave the house. I won't see this. And you losers who live in an area that doesn't get seasons don't see this either. That's your fault. That's your fault for not going to an area that gets so cold you can't even live in it. But at least you get this before the cold hits, and you got 40 feet of snow on your front lawn. Anyway, can I ramble? Talk to you in the next one. Comments, questions down below. Like I said, really live this scenario. Spooktober. Something crazy happens. The plan from 2020 actually did something. Not 0.0003% effective rate, but actual effective rate. Or the experiment actually did as much as I thought it would. Imagine that actually happening, or still happening. What would you do? Would you go to work? Nobody would. Imagine that. Nobody would go to work. How would you get gas? It had to be automated. How would you get any of this stuff? It'd be a free-for-all. The strong would survive, but what would they do? I'd be among them. Not worried about it. I don't really care either way. I don't attach to it. Sorry. I could talk all day. All right. Talk to you in the next one.